The Ecamm fam. Ecamm fam is the name of the jam. This is a jam with the Ecamm fam. Ecamm fam is the name of the jam. This is a jam with the Ecamm fam. This is a jam with the Ecamm fam. It's a jam with the Ecamm fam. Ecamm fam is the name of the jam.
Hold it, stop the music!
Ladies and gentlemen.
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 Can I please have your attention?
Now it's showtime. Are you ready? Are you ready for start time?
Let's find out. Ready, let's go.
What it does. What it do? All right, people, let's get ready. We're going to do a little Ecamm thing. Let me go in here real quick and shut all of these babies down. Why y'all? I'm going to take you in and show you a couple of things. All right, so here we go. Let's go into live demo mode. Oh, one thing to know, whenever you're doing your setup for your program, make sure you plug the Stream Deck back in. I was cleaning my Stream Deck, as one does, and I left it unplugged. So hold on 1 second. Let me plug it in real quick, because we're not going to do the demo without it. Man, come here. Sorry, big fingers, small cable. There we go. There we go. All right, now we got action. Now I can press live demo mode. All right, so there's that. We're in. But then this one is unplugged too. So let's plug this baby back in. And then we'll be good to go. All right, so we're going to do the Ecamm demo. I'm going to walk you guys through all kind of cool things. Ecamm, show you what it is that makes us who we be. With the help of Big Bang and the Master G. Get up, slow down, with funk provided. Sorry. The Sugar Hill Gang is in your town. Sorry. All right, here we go. So this is the Ecamm live demo. We're going to start out by, I remove all the other windows. I just show you the master window in the beginning. So if you just started out, you don't come in talking about there's too many buttons and I'm feeling overwhelmed. Don't like that word, so we kind of get rid of it. What we're going to show you first is profiles. So you see, I have a whole heap of profiles over here that I basically use to allow me to have different shows, different setups for each show. I like to do a hierarchical setup. In other words, I'm going to explain to you that profiles is an individual house, scenes are the rooms within that house, and overlays will create the furniture for the individual rooms. And why do we do that? Because to this day, people still get deeply confused by what's a scene and what's an overlay, right? So for some reason, it's whenever somebody says, oh, they're having a hard time figuring out what they're doing, they really get confused by scenes versus overlays. So we like to put that part in. Now, by opening Ecamm and closing all the other windows, you sort of eliminate, there's way too many things going on. But to make sure that I can see what you guys are talking about, I'll put my comments window back. Okay? So let's see. James is here. Dan is here. George is here. Maggie, Dina. Yeah, I'm going to definitely need that Steam Deck. What is up, Dina? Yes, I totally forgot when I cleaned it to plug it in, and I was cleaning it when I was talking to Keely. So you know what? There it goes. That's what happened. Mabuhay. We got USA streamer in the building. Let's see, Tech Troublemaker. Anna and Fuyins is here. Oh, you know what? Anna and Fujins. Here, let me use my proper Latino. Ana and Fulgens is here. Let me do something real quick. Sorry, people, bear with me because I was talking to them yesterday about the difference between using one of these and one of these, right? So I will actually just plug in this DJI real quick because I think for what they're going to do is actually better. So I like this module because all I got to do is take this foam piece off and plug it into my computer, and then it'll just be all good in the hood. So let me grab this little cable here, and then I'm just plug it into here like such, and then it wakes up. Oh, over here. Then it wakes up. Okay? So now that it's awake, let me grab my camera switcher. All right, so there's the DJI. Here is the little thing. And because I don't like clipping stuff to my t-shirts, you take off the magnet. And this is where it excels, is because it has the cool magnet. The red light on it means that it's recording into the actual body. Right? And then all I gotta do is turn this bad boy on, and we're good to go. So now this one is on, right? You can see, and then as I'm talking, you see the green line going. So the last thing I do is come over here in Ecamm to my this and go like this and change it to DJI. Bayao. Now we're cooking with Pam. So I can move that out the way. So that's how we're rolling today because of Anna. So if you don't like it, blame her. All right, there we go. So I did kind of put this on a crooklet, but I like the magnet because it's so little as opposed to the clip. And then, yeah, I could add the second one if I wanted a stereo sound or if I wanted, you know, something like further away. But to me, the magnet is better. It does have a clip here, so you can clip it to things. But just the weight, I mean, you've probably experienced this before. When you clip this body onto a shirt, it's heavier, right? And it's just bulkier. This, actually, they're about the same weight. But because this is so small, when you clip this on, it's less noticeable. So just the size of this is really, really good. There's nothing wrong with this. I absolutely love it. I think they're fantastic. If you already got one, you don't have to run out and buy this. But if you were starting from scratch right now, at the moment, I think DJI has a leg up for two reasons. The diminutive size, just like Dina and Anna, they're small, and Aubrey. And then second of all, because right now it comes with the charging case. So you just put it in there to charge. And you can have it set, especially for people that are quick moving. When you pull it out, you can have it set to automatically go in recording mode, which I did not, but you could. And then so every time you pull it out, it starts recording. So boom, there you go. And Wilfred is here. Welcome, Wilfred. We're going to get back to the demo for you. So thank you for being a welcome participant in the Ecamm experience. In order to make this easier on myself, what I should do is plug these headphones into this mic so I can monetate it and make sure that you guys can hear what I hear. All right, cool. Let's get busy. Now we're back. Sorry for that short detour, but I wanted to show Anna because she needed it. All right, so let me do that. And then now we're good. Now we're good. Hi, I'm Velvet Jones. All right, so here we go. We're gonna rock to the demo. Hopefully it sounds good to you guys. Yeah, so just let me know if it sounds funny, if I need to make any adjustments, because I can. All right, cool. We're gonna go, and this is my master scene. And when you start a new scene, it's going to start out like this. It's just going to be blank. As a matter of fact, let me take it one step further. I'm going to open up the overlay panel. Why my brain can't see? There it is. There's the overlay panel. And I'm going to temporarily turn off the backgrounds. When you first start a new scene, you're going to come up just like this, absolutely blank. In fact, some of you guys are going to start out with the camera. I personally don't like having the camera there because to me, I can't adjust this position-wise. I do have availability to do some camera effects and things like that, but I personally like the camera overlay. So I'm going to show you the difference. This is the master camera here. And if I wanted to switch to, say, my overhead, I could just press that, or switch to this view, I could press that, or switch to this view, I could press that, you know. So all of the above work. However, I like to do it as a camera overlay. So how do you do that? I start out by switching my scene source to blank. So if I pop up here, it says source blank, or Command-Shift-B. I do everything in shortcuts because that's just how I am. I'm a weirdo. And let me dip out. So once I'm here, I'm going to pick up a camera from the camera switcher. And from the camera switcher, I am just going to drag it into the body like such. There it is. All right. So you say, where'd you get the camera switcher from, Doc? I guess I should mention that. In the interface, there's a thing that looks like a Swedish flag. You press that. That brings you the camera switcher, right? So now you can do that. And then you can scroll it bigger or smaller. If you don't have a scroll wheel on the trackpad, you can do one of these pinch gestures. You could go to the size and go to a classic 4x3. You can go to a square. You can go to a circle, a squircle, my favorite, because on squircle you can adjust the myriad, adjustments there. And then you can even adjust the border width there. So that's what I do, right? And once you have it here, the next thing that I like to do in this particular case is I'm going to put this back on 16:9 just for a second. And then I'm going to place it in the corner. You're going to see a blue lines come on. These blue lines help you keep things even, right? They're snapping lines. I bring it to the other bottom blue line, bounces on, and then I position it in the center. La, 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 la. And I am very Virgo about this. There you go. Now it's in the center. Now, I'm going to temporarily, let me go in here and delete all these extra things y'all don't need to see. Boom. I like to keep these clean. If you keep your overlay panel clean, you won't get lost. Okay, so in this particular case, now I want to add a background. So how you normally do this is you just pick up a background, you drag it in, and then you put it under the camera. So if you watch up here, I can have it on the top of the camera or on the bottom of the camera. Now, that's only half of the sauce, because if I do that and I go to this scene, it's missing the background. Why? Well, because if you notice, it says all scenes, current scenes, background. So if you put it in the show in all scenes, it shows everywhere, but on top of everything. Okay? If you put it in show in current scene, it's like this: camera in the front, background in the back. Or if you put it in the background, it's like whole house carpeting. It's going to be everywhere. So I like to pick this up and put it in the background. So we drop it down here. Now when I go to this particular scene, it's in there like swimwear, right? So everywhere we go, it's going to be in there. You know what I mean? So Easy peasy, cover greasy. All right. See, I knew you guys would catch on fast. You guys are smarter than Paul. Joking, Paul. Okay, let's go, let's go. All right, so we built this one. We're going to go ahead and build ourselves a guest scene. So let me entertain thee. I'm going to grab all of these extra scenes I have and disappear them. So we're starting from scratch. No swearing, Paul. No swearing. James said that escalated quickly. Yes. James, because you're new, you'll notice that Paul and I fight like old married couple. But Paul is my bestest. All right, here we go. Let's go and make on a new scene. So what's cool is because I have this background in position, I'm always going to get that as my base, right? So now I want to populate this with a spot for a guest camera. Now, I'm going to just leave this at this particular size and place it there. I just want to show you, in order to make this easier, let me do myself a favor and delete this. All you really have to do is take the whole scene, come down to the bottom, and you'll see this two like icons stacked on top. It says duplicate the current scene. Let's just duplicate that, and we're going to call this guest. All right? When we step over and make this scene active, I can pick up a guest camera and drop it there. So now I have a guest camera. So we're going to go ahead and make another new scene. And this one is going to be host plus guest. All right. So now I'm going to drop in the camera. Boom. I'm going to turn it to a squircle. La la. Pooyah. Right. And then we're going to put it there. It's a little big. So we're going to unembiggen it about this much. And then we're going to call that a showgram. Let's unembiggen it about that much. I'm going to use the interface in Ecamm to make my life easier. Now, here's where the cool stuff, I want you to sink into your melon. It's a Mac program. Like every other Mac program, it behaves. All of the Mac program things work. Okay, that does that mean? Option key, drag. Every Mac program does that. If it doesn't, it's programmed poorly. Because any good Mac program, you can option drag to make a copy or something. All right, let's just say, I'm never going to remember that. Cool, don't. Click on this, Command C, Command V, copy, paste, right? Command C is copy. You can also do it the hard way. Be here, 1, 2, 3 seconds, edit, 1, 2, 3 seconds, copy, boom, paste, drag. That takes like 10 seconds. However, option drag takes a half a second, and get rid of all of these. Copy, paste takes a half a second. So learn the shortcut keys, people. It's the same shortcut keys for every program in the planet on every computer. It's Command C, Command V, or in Windows World, you know, Alt C, Alt V, whatever. But yeah, same thing. Same thing. So you can either do copy and paste, or you can option drag. Option drag is always the quickest. I do it in everything from Final Cut to Keynote to Excel to whatever. Like every program does that. Okay, so we got that part done. Very good. Very good. She knows me well. All right. What is Valerie probably said something spicy. What she said? Oh, you're just saying hi to Val. Okay, I got to check because you know Valerie, she'll say spicy things. Hi, Val. All right, cool. Let's get into the next part of this overlay situation. I want you to check out the bottom down here. Poyaka! We got images. We got animated images. We have screen share overlay, which we'll get into. We have text overlay. We have clocks and widgety things like that. This is the widget one, and the cameras we did already. And then folders to put everything in to keep it nicely, because Anna gets upset when you don't organize your scenes. She's smart though, because how you get lost is because you don't organize your stuff. That's why you're in a panic, something happens, you're like, oh my God, Where did I put it? You don't know because you didn't organize it. So organize your kit and you don't have this problem. You know what I mean. Okay. Wait, do not double up on me, player. All right, cool. Sorry, the reason why you guys heard two sounds is if I look over here and I, boom, press this, if you unlock this, they're both going, and audio doesn't work where two different interfaces happen to be the exact same timing. Some interfaces have more latency than others, so that's how you'll often get double sound. So when someone in your show screams there's an echo, Ecamm doesn't know how to create echoes. So look at your sound levels panel and see if you have two things moving when you should only have one. There you go. Now you have been told the one thing that freaks out 90% of the people because they can't wrap their head around. The program does not know how to create echoes. Only you can prevent forest fires. Easy, Dan. Okay, so let's get into making some text. Boom, we're gonna bring up our text box. We're gonna press this to bring up our crayons. Hey, it landed on the right screen today. Yeah. I don't really use crayons. I have my color situation paneled out down here. I can tell you how I do it, but anywho, here's your text area. Let's give it a pop in. You have the ability to put on a background, take off a background. If you make a background, you have ability to add corners, add margins, and add borders, all of the above. I don't want to reset my stuff, so I just do that and start again. Okay, cool. So we're gonna put in lower third. Okay, I like to put this one on regular, put this one on bold, put these ones on thin. You don't have to do this. This is just me. I'm, one of those dudes. I always gotta do stuff this way. So the other thing I like to do is put this one on that and this one on one step down. Okay, there we go. And we're gonna add that. Poop out. Now you know, and I know that you know that I know that you know that I know that you know that's too big. So what do? I put it here. I move it to about 75% of the box. Let's do about that. And then I make it even Steven with the box. And then I shrink it. Ta-da! There we go. Now we got us a proper lower third. And I'm waiting for the blue line. Blue line means it's lined up. Now, I need actually I want this to be a little bit bigger. I'll show you why in a second. Ooh, come on, he was right there. Oh my God, it's so good. Now, I want to make this exactly the same for the other side. I don't want to have to fight, all right? If you don't want to fight it, drag and drop it, all right? Finger, option, here, let me make sure you can see what I see. Finger, option key, drag. That's it. That is it. Turn it loose. Now you have perfect copy. Boom. Guest camera in the building. And let's see. We're going to go like this. Stoops. Boom, in there. Now, everything is everything. We're golden, our stuff is even, the blue lines help you even it, center it. Now, I want to go and get some images from my little image getting spot, and I'm going to bring over this. And then I'm going to shrink it. And put it in the box. Bam. Then I'm going to go here and grab an Ecamm image. Again, drag and drop, people. Like, you can press this button with the image button and then hunt through your whole computer like Red October to find your images, but that takes too long. Ain't nobody got time for that. I just drag and drop. Boom. Look at that. We got ourselves a proper showgram, people. We got ourselves a proper showgram. Now, this next part is highly important. Let's come over here, put this here, and then big in this, because I told you guys Anna will get extremely upset with you if you do not organize your stuff, because it will cause you problems. Number one, comments need to be on the top. So let's put Dan back up there. I'm going to click on this folder, Booyaka, and then click on another folder, Booyaka. All right? So now I have two folders. They've been nested. I'm going to bring one down to here, and I'm going to stick in this camera. I'm going to stick in Theodore Lasso, and I'm going to stick in the logo. Okay? Now that is grouped together. What does that do? If I turn this off, it all goes off. Okay? So I'm going to name this guest. Now, and Dan, get back up there. I'm going to take this camera, poop it in there, and then poop in my Ecamm logo. Notice it's behind the camera. Put in my text. It's also behind the camera because there is a hierarchy to these things, right? So notice if I don't adjust my hierarchy, the camera's sitting on top of my stuff. Just drag it to the bottom. All right? Boom. There it is. Now, what I want you to see, this thing is nice and organized. I can close this, and it looks less crazy. If you have everything open, all of this stuff, plus a couple other things you might add, it looks like you have 11 million things inside this list. But if you group them properly, and I watch, I'm going to press this chain, and I'm going to press this chain, and then I'll twirl it closed, right? Put this guy back on. I have 3 things in my list. So much easier, so much less to get yelled at by Anna. You see? Okay, watch this. Watch this. Now, because I have it chained together, if I were to pick this one up, look, it all moves together. Overlays that are chained together stays together. It's an old parable. Command Z puts things back to where you got them from. Right? So, you know what I mean? I know exactly that it's Anna. I don't know why. It just we hang out and talk together all the time. So I guess that's how. I just guessed it was her. All right. So now I just realized from me mecking around last week that my background is off. Let's do this. Click on the little pencil here, and there. Now it's correct. La 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 la. Actually, that's still not correct. Let's do it again. No, I don't want a preview mode. Go away. No, go away. I hate preview mode. You guys like preview mode. I don't. I mean, not like it at all. All right, cool. We're just going to leave that. All right, let's go. Now I want to do one other thing. I'm going to pick up my guest situation. See, I had something out of order, and the camera's out of order. There we go. I'm going to pick up on this particular parts here, highlight that, and highlight that, right? So if you notice, I have a box that means I highlighted both of those, okay? So I'm going to Command-C, copy that, and then I'm going to come back to this guest scene here, and then just press paste. Dun, 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 dun. And then now, I should have grouped it together, but I did not. But it's okay. So now I have this set up. So when the person calls, we're ready to go. All right. Now, let's take it one step further than that. Boom, 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 boom. Let's take it one step further. Let's create us a brand new scene. Smooth. All right. And then we're going to do us a favor and go back to this other scene. I know, it sounds like a lot, but don't worry. I'm going to select on this camera. And then I'm going to select on this camera. And then I'm going to press copy. I'm going to pop into this new scene and press paste. Notice how it puts them right back where they go. Love that. That's one of the best things about the copy paste trick. But I'm going to shrink that like that. Shrink this one in a similar fashion. Put it together. Even it up to the blue lines. Pop! Pop, pop, pop! All right. Now, we're going to come down here on the bottom. We're going to add a screen share overlay. Puyaka. Right? I'm going to put this up here and then embiggen it. So, in your screen share overlay, if you click on this little pencil right here, pencil, you have the option to show primary display, secondary display, if you have, tertiary display, if you have, whatever your current application or any one of these myriad things, right? In my particular case, we are going to poop out of here and we're going to open up Keynote. Keynote. And now I need to listen. Take my ears out. Let's get it hot. Keynote. You know you make me wanna. 5,100. Did you try? Just my thing. Just my thing. I just want to know. Did you try first? Because if you try first, you find the answer. It's an easy answer. There's nothing wrong with asking the question. But these are the ones that you should just try because you can't break it. And so I implore people to try because you can't break it. You know what I mean? But you can put many, many, many. You yourself, Dan, has watched me put 3, 4 on the screen at a time before. You completely have watched me do it because I do it in the demo all the time. When I put the weather widget and then I put the list of stuff we're going to talk about, those are 2 different widgets. Yes? Yes! Okay, so I want y'all to pay attention. Pay attention! Listen closely, people. This is the same in, what's that other stupid program called? Microsoft. PowerPoint. It's the same in PowerPoint as a Keynote. You want to go up in the play window and change it from full screen to in a window. In a window. Once you put it in the window, when you come here and you press play, it plays it in a window, right? That way you can also bring up your show notes if you wish, and you can pick these up and put them on a different display. For you folks, I'm going to leave it here. Now I'm going to take this in the window one. I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to bring Ecamm back to the front. Because now, boom, I can go like this, and I can say Keynote, and the name of the presentation, Poo Chow, is right there, in there like swimwear. So if I'm on my computer, I drag this to an iPad, or I have 2 monitors or whatever, I can just slide, slippity slide, forget about your troubles in the 9 to 5 and just, I can control my whole presentation from right here. You know what I mean? So that is the cool part. That's how you do it. Really helpful for people like Jeff who insist on running on one screen. Jeff does his whole thing on one screen. I don't know how he does it. He says he likes it. I can't do it. I'm impossible. I just can't handle it. I've been a 2-screen guy for so long, I cannot stand being on one screen. So when I'm traveling with just my notebook, I have to plug my iPad in as an extra screen. Boom. Well, you can start by asking the questions in here, because this is the Q&A every single Friday. Live demo every Friday. If you watch only the live demo every Friday, you have covered everything. You have literally covered everything you need to know about Ecamm by watching the demo every Friday. And I highly suggest that you do it with your computer open, because if you watch the demo like this, you're not going to remember none of this. But if you do the demo when I do the demo, you will get it faster. Like, it's just simple Simon. The other thing that I would do, this is just me because I'm a weirdo, if you open the program and you just put your basic camera and you click on the new stream and you stream to the Facebook group, and then you set your interview up people will jump on and just help you. And you can learn the whole thing in the Facebook group in less than an hour. Everything you need to know, I teach every Friday. The rest of it is your creativity. It has nothing to do with the app. It has to do with you. But the basis of it, yeah, it's all here. Now, we do have playlists. Paul will get you one. We have a playlist by Diana Gladney. She's slow and country. So if you have slow country ears, then listen to Diana Gladney. If you like fast talking, all of my demos are there. If you like a combination of both, then you watch the Marshall list. And then if you love sexy man with a British accent, you watch the Adrian list. There you go. That's the breakdown. That is the breakdown. Diana will be like, okay, y'all, today we're going to open up this here Ecamm. No, just do not tell her I said that. She will come and kick me in the knees. But yeah, it's easy. I tell this people, and people get mad, but I can teach this app to a chimpanzee in 15 minutes. The app is actually simple. Most of the complication comes from people trying to do ESPN shows on their first day. And you can't go into bakery school and bake croquembouche on their first day. You couldn't go to a sewing school and make a Met Gala dress on the first day. You couldn't go to football school and learn how to throw a touchdown pass on the first day. You couldn't go to golf school and learn how to hit a 250-foot drive on the first day. So why you open up Ecamm and try to run ESPN level show like you in the Grammys on the first day? That's it. 1% better every day. I'm saying. That's it. That's it. This program is so easy. Paul, who is our moderator, is 88 years old, and he's a professional Ecammer. I'm waiting for the feedback from Paul. Okay, let's go. Let's go. So we did our, what was I making a new scene for? Oh, I was going to do screen share overlay. So we did the Premiere one. Let's just, in supposition, say you wanted to show something on Google Chrome. You press this button chair, and you go, la, 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 Google Chrome. Now, Google Chrome is cool because it allows you to pick a window. We're going to pick the top one, and there it is. There it is. Now, I'm a weirdo, okay? I like things a little bit neat. So first thing I do is 86 that, right? And then I'm going to hold the Option key. Let me put this camera in here so you guys can see. Finger, Option key, grab the little side and tuck it in. Grab the little bottom and tuck it in. Grab the little edge. You got to hold the Option key when you're doing it. Hold the Option key, tuck it in. You see this little blue thing over here? It tells you that I'm holding the Option key. And then hold this and tuck it in. I like to tuck it in so that way it looks all smooth and nobody knows, do one, how, you know, extra stuff, you know, just, I don't know, to me it just gives it a little cleaner look, a little cleaner presentation, right? I'm designer by nature, so there you go. Boom. So you're gonna go watch all of them. Hey, yeah, start with Diana. She's probably the easiest to digest. She has that smooth, like country St. Louis accent. She's easy to listen to. Dun, dun, dun. Paul, everybody is getting older. From the day you were born, you're getting older. Your newborn niece that was just born is getting older. George says, I know pastry, croquembouche for the win. Well, that's the hardest thing to make, right? Or one of the hardest things to make. Boom. Valerie says Paul is 89. I stand corrected. Thanks, Val. No, we don't want you touching that. No, it's not that we don't want you touching that. You don't want to touch that. Most people don't know what that is. Let's just get it twisted, right? Most people in the audience right now with you, if we have 29 people in the audience, there might be 3 people that know what a bit rate is. So why? Why do you want to control the bit rate? Here's how you control the bit rate. Connect your good camera, have really good lighting and really fast internet speed, and we will send the fastest possible quality that you can get. How you get bad bit rate? Have on a good camera with bad lighting and horrible internet speed, and we automatically slow it down. So what we do, rather than you having to know what the bit rates are, is we will give the program, in this case YouTube, the bit rate that it requests. We call them, hey, what you want? They say we want 3,800. All right, bet, here you go, 3,800. That's what we send. Because if you leave it up to the end users are trying to do more than the platform wants, and the platform gets angry, and then it drops the stream. And when the platform gets angry and drops the stream, who does the user call to say you effed up their stream? What's the phone number to YouTube? You ain't got none. Ecamm, y'all broke my stream. So that's why we don't, yeah. And you shouldn't. Even OBS, you shouldn't. It's none of your damn business. The bit rate is not for you. That's the first thing that complicates OBS for people. And you don't need to. It's completely unnecessary. There you go. Boom. Yes. Lakeisha, Tatiana can teach you everything you need to know. Because she just started not that long ago, and she's extremely proficient at it now. She came in the exact same, like, I need to learn this, and now she's straight gangster. She's pretty much one of the best in the business. So we all hang out in the Discord, and then just come and see us. We be in there. Hi, Felicia. Felicia is back. I'm so excited. Felicia is back. Yes, there you go. Ooh, Education on Fire says one step at a time, and he has bongos in his image. So now I'm curious. I like me a good bongos. Yes, plus Diana blesses you the whole time. This is true. The Reverend Diana will be like, may the Lord bless you and keep you always. Thank you, USA Livestream. Salamat po. Love you the best. All right, cool. Victor, you don't count. You don't count. You just don't count. I'm just saying. If you, Keisha, where'd you go? If you guys have questions, or Wilfred, if you guys have questions about Mevo, don't ask anybody but Victor. Victor is your guy. He knows Mevo. There is a crop feature. I just showed it to you like seconds ago, like legit seconds ago. Love you, Tots. Okay, let's go in further. Let me show you how you get the chat window to pop up. Okay, so we'll do two things right here. Two things I want to show you. I will show you this. Now, all of you guys coming from the gamer space or coming from the OBS space or whatever, well, first of all, welcome. We love to have you here. I have used all myriad streaming platforms, and I found Ecamm, and then within about 2 hours of using it, I was like, I'm using this forever, and I never want to touch anything else because it's just easy, right? It's kind of designed to take the technical parts away. They fully work, but they're designed to take it away so that you can focus on creating the content. The problem with some of the other platforms, you spend a lot of time tweaking out on the technical stuff and then create crappy shows because you're focused on the technical side and you're not having a chance to focus on the creativity, if you will. Now, one of the most common situations or questions that comes up is people that are used to the type of programs that have running chat windows, right? People want to know how to put that on screen. I will tell you how to do it, and then I'm going to tell you never do it. First of all, you just take your chat and go to your stream and pop it out, right? So I can move that stream here, and then I can extend this. And then so I have, here's a window. This is just a standard HTML window, right? So I can press on screen share overlay, and then I can highlight this chat window. I'm gonna legit specifically select it by coming to Google Chrome and then pulling this, okay? And then I'm gonna hold the Option key and just crop it tight, and then crop it tight, and then put it right here and do one of these. All right, that's really all you have to do. Never, ever, ever do that. Matter of fact, let me get it off the screen. Never do that. Last year, a very prominent channel, 90,000 subscribers deep, put the chat window on screen and somebody said something not correct and the YouTube bot caught it and shut down their entire channel. 90,000 subs out the window like that. Never do that. In Ecamm, what we do, let me move this out the way so it's less confusing. In Ecamm, what we do is we have a little button here. This button says show hide comments and reactions. Boom, here it is. So now we have all of these comments here. All I need to do to put one on screen is let me star this comment of Victor being a smart aleck. And then we're going to star Felicia because, you know, we love Felicia. And then we're going to star Wilfred, right? And then we're going to star this Uke Vibes, right? And then, so if I come over here and I press on favorites, bam, all 4 of those star comments are here. So if I come over here, this simply says add to screen, right? Add to broadcast. So just by pressing the center target, it puts that on the screen, right? I have it, if you press this, it says fly in from the bottom. I can do fly in from the right. So if I press on Felicia, let me save this. If I press on Felicia, whoop, flies in from the right, right? I could do really obnoxious and do fly in from the top. This is really obnoxious, right? Save that. And then if I press on Will's gonna make it rain every time, right? So you could just turn that off. If you don't want it to fly nowhere, you just put it on fixed position, save that, and then if I hit that, it just replaces the comments, right? No flying at all. I happen to like the fly from the bottom. Don't ask me why. I'm a weirdo. I told you guys this. Do not press top dock. Press that, bam, right? So now, boom. Now, some of you might be wondering, well, how do you design this? Cool. I'm going to click on this guy here, and I'm going to take the purple background and make all the letters blue, make the background obnoxious green, and then there it is. That's the new look, right? God, don't do that. That's obnoxious. Let me put this back here, put my text back to white, and then my background, pick up the little dropper tool here, and then just pick up something from there. So there's that. And I could change the fonts if I wanted to, right? I could press on that, click on the little thing here. I have all my fonts in my computer. I just use simple fonts because it's pretty like that. But you can pick any kind of fonts you want and yell at people, you know, whatever you got. I'm not gonna touch that. Anyway, so there's my favorite comments. Now, I'm gonna go back to here, and Paul, if you've been here, somewhere up in the top, Paul is telling you every couple of few that when you ask a question, to throw a Q in front of your question. And of course, I said that. Paul never said that. Damn it, Paul. Oh, here we go. You know what? Let's make this easier on myself. P-A-U-L. Bam. Look, I can find Paul. And normally Paul tells you to drop a Q, and the one time he never did that. There it is. All right. So Paul always says this, and it's super important. Here's why, right? You're going to go in here, and you're going to go Q colon. Bam. Now I can find the actual questions. So Roy said, what's the best way to bring in iPhone audio only to Ecamm? Simple. Plug the cable in and select the device and just select audio only. All right, so I just clicked that. There's my Apollo 13. Sup, camera. Then I go to this sound level and I select Apollo 13. Let me back and make it easier to see. I don't have it. Oh, because I don't have it on screen yet. Let me see if I put this right here. It'll come through. Well, I guess you can't set it as the master device, so let me do this. There, now you got it. So your lo-fi music is playing straight from your phone, and that's it. And I had no idea that I had it muted the whole time, but what else? So solved problem. Okay, we did that one, we did that one, we did that one, we did that one, we did that one. Can you please show how to format all comments? I think I just did that. Let me know if what I just showed you didn't cover it, Tots. I'll show it again, because I think I just did that. All right, cool. So let's get rid of that. Bam. Scroll back to the bottom, see where we've been. What happened to Valerie? I thought I had done it before, but I gotta reset some weird text. Okay, yeah, let me know to reason. Yeah, hey, Chris, you had asked a question about the QR code type situation. So it's super simple. I don't have one, but let me get one. So QR. Wait, I have it on this machine. Why are you done? Uh-oh. What the heck is the name of the app? I thought it's called QR Factory. I have the app in my computer. I don't know why it's dumb. That's weird. I swear I had this app in this computer. I might be tripping. There it is. You know what it is? On the Mac, especially when you use it, which is weird because this is a desktop. On the laptop, when you don't use the app for a minute, it can like make things disappear for a second. Anyway, so let me open this app real quick. And I'll show you. Bam, 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 bam. I already have it. Okay, purchase restored, gangster. So let's go and get a linky link to this channel, right? So we're gonna highlight that, copy that, and then all I wanna do is create a brand new QR code, right? So you can say whether you're doing a text or a URL. In this case, it's a URL. I'm gonna paste it in and generate a URL. Normally you sit here and get cute and make it all fancy and stuff, but I'm not gonna bother that for right now because I just wanna show you how to do this, okay? So I can take that and drop it right there on the desktop. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and cancel that, no need save. Beat it. I don't need to save that, delete. All right, cool. So if I drag this in, there's a QR code. All you have to do is press on this bad boy, transition, fly in from the bottom. I'm gonna have it pop right there. So if I press Command I, that's the top overlay. Command I is gone. All right, people, I need y'all to donate me $50,100,000. Bam. How does he do it? That's it. That's it. So this was the question that Chris asked during the Ken and Glenn Freak Fest the other day. That's exactly how you do it. You just basically make sure it's the top overlay in your list right there. You can even hit this at a high key. High key can be Q, and then you can dip out, right? Hit Q on the keyboard. I want you guys to see my fangies. So I'm gonna put this here, right? If I hit Q on the keyboard, and then when I hit Q on the keyboard, Please send me all your money. That's it. That's it. There you go, Chris. That's how you do it. You can use the built-in pretty one from Cash App, whatever. Like, it's just a JPEG. We don't really care. So people are looking for the Streamlabs way, and those things are silly. It's unnecessary because you're asking yourself to have a place where the internet might do something dumb. And then in which case, you'll be asked out in the middle of your streams. So yes, we completely 112% support Streamlabs widgets. So if you want to generate a Streamlabs widget, like come over here and log it in and bring up a goofy Streamlabs widget, you can. I stopped doing this years ago. Why? I think it's hella distracting. But that's just me. You do you. It's your show. I'm not going to tell you how to eat broccoli because I can't stand that mess. I do not eat broccoli, right? But if you like broccoli, knock yourself out. Cheese, butter, whatever y'all be putting on that mess, boom. No, I don't want to join no damn stupid thing. No, I don't want to. Yep, okay. Terms of service. Okay, anyway. So, for instance, if I go to all widgets, all you need to do is copy whatever your widget is. I just need an alert box, super simple. I don't need no instructions. I've been doing this for a hot minute, player. So you just copy this, right? So now I got the URL and it's copied. If I came over here, hit on the widget box right here, double click that, pasted it in and say add the widget overlay, there's the widget overlay. So if someone was to do one of these numbers, it'll pass through. You see, there it is. That's the pass-through, right? So again, once you have it, if someone were to come in and do super chat, you can do all of this stuff. I just don't do it. I think they're silly, but it all works. The widget is a widget, right? And so where we do our widgets is this, not our, me. I say our, I mean me, because, you know, I just do things my way. And so this is the overlays.uno. Let me log it in real quick. Tell me my stuff wasn't successful. Pimp. Okay, so let's just say I want to bring in this overlay right here. Like, to me, these are better. I will call these grown-up overlays, not gamer overlays. Nothing wrong with being a gamer if that's your swag, but if you're trying to run a business, it just doesn't look the same, you know? So there's a whole setup, right? So watch this. I'm gonna come back to Ecamm, hit brand new show, drop in my camera like this, put it at the top, embiggen it to size. Boom, pop it in the middle. Come on, there. That's close enough. Then I'm gonna hit this, copy the master overlay, come back, hit on the widget box right here, double click that, paste in. No. Oh, I see. You want to be a jerk. There we go. Sorry. It didn't actually copy the first time. Stop that. Stop that. I'm going to go to paste this in. And then I like to change this to 1920 by 1080. Right? High resolution mode, keep running. No transition. Boom. Give it a second. Place it about right chunk. And then about right chunk. Boom. There it is. Super simple. So right now we are talking about overlays. So I can come over here to my talking points and make sure that we're on the right one. And there we are. There we are. Same thing. Is a widget, is a widget, is a widget, is a widget, is a widget. That's it. Look, I'm gonna take it one step further. Watch this. I'm gonna hit the widget button. I'm gonna come to YouTube and I'm gonna pull up a YouTube video. YouTube. And let's do somebody that won't get us in trouble. All right, I'm gonna copy this video. And we're gonna make Inception. I'm gonna paste this in here. I'm gonna leave these the same. I'm not gonna mess with it. Keep running. Boom. Yep. Hit this button, dismiss this, and refresh. Now you're being goofy. It doesn't like playing itself into itself, so we won't do that. That was probably silly. Let's get AJ. So there we go. Now you have a widget of a widget playing inside of a widget because it's a widget. Right? Lock this one in place. So yes, in supposition, I could drag this over here and get a whole nother video from a whole different URL and play another widget of another widget playing a widget. Like, you can get widget nasty up in this piece. Like, it doesn't matter, right? It legit doesn't matter. So I'm just trying to show you that, to Dan's point, the widget is just an HTML, bruh. Like, nothing special.
Image in just a few clicks.
There. So now we have a widget on top of a widget on top of a widget. You know what I'm saying? So you can go to town. And when these commercials are over, you can watch Adrian. It's Ecamm, fam. It's Ecamm, fam. Most of the things that you can do, you can do. Chris said, oh, you got it. Oh, James, that's good. That's good. Anyway, I'm catching back up. Oh, that's so good. What is the purpose of displaying a QR code? QR code can do whatever you want it to do. QR code can take it to a donation site, take it to a website, sign someone up for your class. QR code is a QR code. It's just a way to make your phone do something. So yeah, you got lots you can do with that. Exactly. No, Dina, no broccoli. Ugh. I don't know why. It's something about the texture. I don't even say it's the taste. It's the texture of all of the little pieces moving around in the mouth. When I was a kid, okay, I was sleeping and a bug went in my mouth and ever since then, things with the texture, like little pieces and slime, I can't do slimy, I can't do little pieces. It just, ugh. I do like Uno. Man, I'm not laughing at you, Tati. I'm laughing with you. Okay, hold on. Let me see. This is a fantastic question. Okay, this is such a great question. This Tatiana question here is one of those weeds. And I'm going to show you what I mean by this. Okay, so in supposition, let me make a whole brand new. Let me come back to this scene over here. Let me 86 all of this stuff. The question is great, and it's not Tati's fault. But listen, there are folks out here coaching y'all on stupid stuff. In my opinion, I'll go ahead and say it's my opinion. Why? Because somebody told you that doing this, and this is a good example to show the power though, so thank you, Tots. If I press on this and zoom this in and come up here, now that I'm giving you Big Head Doc, I am going to make a tighter connection with you, okay? This is tighter connection Doc, all right? Some people are saying that, doing that versus doing this allows you to build a better rapport with your audience. I'm gonna show you something. No, I'm gonna get a strike if I show you something. I watch maybe 5 or 6 different creators that never show their face and never utter a word. And myself and 2.9 other million people watch them stream. Why? Because I need the information. The information that they are putting out, the quality of the information they are putting out is what I'm connected to, okay? I could be all the way to hell back here telling you how to save 50% on your car insurance with this very simple hack, and all you need to do is call them up, give them this exact script. If you give them this exact script, it will save you 50% on your car insurance. Now, you can take that script, readjust it to be about your mortgage, and you can refinance your mortgage using this exact script. Do a new federal law that just came out. Calling someone and give them these 12 lines will cut your mortgage in half. It's an absolute guaranteed. If not, I will pay your mortgage. Nobody gives a dang how close you are with that information. If your content is delicious, nobody cares. All of that foo-foo stuff y'all like to feel about, you know me, I don't have feelings. I have facts. And the only fact that will ever matter, treat your audience right, give them exactly what they need in the most concise package possible, or bring a lot of camaraderie and community and enjoyment and things like that. If you can do those things, your show will be successful. How tight your shot is, how loose your shot is, whether it's an iPhone or a Sony or an expensive Sony, all of that's irrelevant. Nobody cares. You don't even have to be on camera if your information is helping somebody. There's vitamins and painkillers. If you're giving out painkillers, you can do whatever the hell you want. All of that connection stuff, you know me, I don't do foo-foo. I just don't. I'm into pure facts. And if I was talking to you about how you can make $1 million this weekend without getting off your couch, trust you me, I could come in here with beard all messed up, glasses looking like this, hair like long on one side and bald on the other, purple and green, and nobody would care. Nobody would care. If I could tell you how to make $1 million on the weekend sitting in your couch, I could do that in drag talking to Marjorie Taylor Greene. Just saying. One of these days. You don't need no widgets. Don't do it. They're not even the same. You are conflating things. Don't conflate. They're completely different. This is true. This is an actual fact. This is a fact. However, if your information is good, this is a scientific fact. But if your information is good, doesn't matter. You ain't seen me do it once, and ain't none of y'all left. Those are people trying to find shortcuts because they think that the algorithm can be hacked. And they teach this mess, and I got a bunch of my students in the audience today, people. What's the only algorithm that matter? Go ahead and drop it in the chat. All my students, go ahead and let it go. Is there an application to generate audiograms with Ecamm during live? You can't generate an audiogram live. However, you can generate audiograms after the fact with Headliner, Descript, Wave app. All of the above will work, but no, you cannot generate one live. And I am coming to your town on the 9th. Are you going to be home? I'll be in Anaheim, and I'll have a whip. And I have the whole Ecamm fam. So me and Katie and Mike and Mike's little kid, and we just going to come and knock on your door. Carly, did you make us greens? Yes, there you go. This is, Roy is telling you all the facts. Roy is telling you all the facts. I do like this. This is good. This I do like because it reminds them to pay attention. So let me show you how to do that real quick. You look down here in the bottom of my Ecamm situation. I have all of these that are running the same camera. And here's what I do with that. I'll take camera C, hit on the button, hit on this, and come in like this, and come in like this, okay? And then I'll take camera D, and I'll hit on the zoom button, and I'll come in like this, and do one of these, okay? Then on this camera D one, I'm gonna dip it to black and white, hit the blur effect, and give it a little bit of sauce. Now, what that means is if I drop this in, I got that little blurry black and white effect. Why? Because I wanna do my Cash App, right? Or something like that. So if I come back to, where did I put it? This QR code thing, I'll put it up there. I'll come back to here, boom, right? In this case, I'm gonna embiggen this so that it's massive, so that people can do it, you know? All right, so when I don't wanna do that, I gotta tell you something important. This is valuable information. Next up, how can you donate to the stream? That's when you do that. Thank you for your donation. All right, so stuff like that, those are fine, they're acceptable. I'm just saying they're not necessary. So should you use it? Yeah. Should you do what James said and rotate to break up the monotony? Absolutely. But there is no monotony if your information is solid. Let's focus on the information, focus on the audience. If you're giving your audience gold, all of those tricks are not necessary. Tricks are for people, you know the restaurants that they come in and they say, oh, we're gonna cook onions to attract people to your restaurant because the smell of onions makes people hungry. If your food is good, you don't need that. You know what I'm saying? I had a friend once give a restaurant a 1-star review because they didn't take reservations. And I was like, why would you do that? Well, they don't take reservations. I think they should take reservations. You know why they don't take reservations? Why? Because the line is around the block the minute they open. At 4:30, the line is around the block. They open at 5. They don't need to take reservations because their food is good. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man, not in Brooklyn. Absolutely not. Oh, yes. Dude, Neil, for 1 second, I thought you was Alec. I was like, yo, Alec is here, but it's Neil. Oh my God, that icon and the Alec icon is that close. There you go. There you go. Oh yes, we're gonna have some greens at Carly's house. All right, I like story time music with the close-up camera. Yeah. Dude, thank you. That's it. And you know, James, you bring up something very, very valuable. Dude, the main thing, folks, all you have to do to lick this live streaming stuff is just show up. Just show up and keep doing it. And we talked about this on Tuesday on the flow. You show up, you keep doing it, it gets easier every time. It just literally does get easier every single time. And it's just kind of flawless. Let's cover a couple more things real quick before we dip. So I want to show you guys about the sound situation. You kind of seen me do it a little bit. But let's take it a little bit further. I'm going to click on this, come down to Ecamm, and I'm going to go to sound levels. Boom. So as you can see right now, I have the music from the phone coming through. Oh, by the way, Roy, if you wanted to play through the Rodecaster Pro, or whatever your interface is, all you gotta do is click this button here, and now it's playing through the Rodecaster Pro. And then I have control over the volume. Better. And let me listen to how it sounds. So that's what the playthrough button does. It takes it and puts it through your interface. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, cool. So that's what playthrough does. Roy, if you don't want to have it in two separate ways, if you hit playthrough, it'll come through your interface. Okay, boom. Movie sounds comes from whenever we play a movie. So let me hide this overlays for a second. Boom, play a movie. Well, that's not gonna help you, but pay attention to the box down here in the corner. If I don't have a movie in here. Make me wanna, come on now. Come on, yes, and say you will. Come on, yes, and say, yeah, yeah. Say you will. Come on now.
Bouncer Gray here. I have been using Ecamm Live.
So as Ian plays, I have volume slider over here to control it from here, or I can control it from down here in the movie area, right? So you got those two options, right? So that's the movie slider function. Let's put it back to blank, put this back on. All right, sound effects. If I open up my sound effects panel now here, and then I play one of my sound effects.
DJ Dot Rock.
See the sound effects panel moves. Not me to press that, right? So that covers the sound effects. And again, you can lower them. In the interview mode, you notice I keep all my stuff here at about 80. That's so I have more control over it. So your interview mode is there, sound effects, movies. It's all really simple stuff. I personally don't ever use echo cancellation. I make people wear headphones. The quality is the same, the sound is not. Tati brings up a good question. This is an old myth, and the old myth has been taken out. Where do it go? Come on now. Come here, girl. Come. Ooh, don't hit that. Don't break that. Come here. Booyah. This is a pod mic. This is the XLR port. There's the USB-C port. In the past, it was stated that using an XLR port sounds better than a USB port. And that has always been a lie. Sound is traveling down the wires. As long as it gets from one end of the wire to the other, it doesn't change as it's traveling the wires. The one thing that made XLR better and why people will make that claim is because this is an XLR cable. I'm gonna plug it in. Come here. Do not drop that. This is a USB cable. I'm gonna plug it in. I'm doing my stream. I'm talking like Anna. Oh, disconnected. This is why us audio people would say that XLR is better than USB. That's all we meant. We meant cable connection reliability, because you can't do that to an XLR cable. That's all we meant. However, However, muggles heard that and went psycho and started making up stuff. I'm on my Ecamm channel now, I'm not on the doc channel. Muggles started making up stuff because it made them feel real. That's all we ever meant. Because common sense state, this copper wire in here and this copper wire in here are both copper. That is all. Now, why do I say the quality is exactly the same, but different? Because in USB mode, like such, I have access to compressor, I believe equalizer, noise gate, some little things like that. In this mode, it all depends on your interface. If you're connecting it to this, these combination will sound better, right? Because I have access, actually, I take that back, I lied again. Now, Rode has made it so if you take this here and you plug it into this here, you have access to all of the cute settings too, right? So you can do that too. In the past, they were just different. So the connection, I just need to get data from bucket A to bucket B. And the advantage was connection reliability. The other thing, there is no such thing as a functioning 300-foot USB cable. But when I did concerts, I have absolutely run 300-foot XLRs to the stage so that it can go, run DMC, and Master J, and it was perfectly fine. So that's why us audio folks have always said that XLR is better because it's a more reliable cable. It's like, you might not be a better teacher than Dave, you might be the same quality as Dave, but Tati is more reliable, so that makes Tati a better teacher. You know what I mean? Sorry, Dave, you dick. No Daves were harmed in the middle of this exercise. I don't even know Dave like that. That is, man, Tati came out with 2 killer questions in one day. We don't have any prizes or trophies or anything, but if there was gonna be one, you would get it today, Tots. You actually covered 2 fantastic questions. And this one comes up every 15 minutes because muggles hear what they wanna hear. The reason why they were happy and excited to hear that, you know, the USB was fine is because they didn't want to have to go buy a different mic. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there is actually no physical difference in the sound quality. However, software and stuff can add a little extra, you know, je ne sais quoi. Thanks, George. Oh, that's so good. Good. Thank you, Eden. Appreciate it. Just for that, you get ice cream. Ice cream! PK! Lord, ba. What's cracking lacking? Say, mustered the courage to do a live stream this morning. Thank you, PK. Appreciate you. Oh, now she wants to get technical. Trying to think of an easy way to show you this. Okay, so let's see if we can do this in brain power. Hold on. Is this going to work? I don't know if it's going to work. No, skip it right now. We'll download it in a second. We want to go to audio. Nope. I don't know if I can do this in here. I don't have it. Oh, anyway. So a high pass filter will take the high frequencies, there's a straight line, take the high frequencies and just round it off at the edge so that high frequencies is the very high side that make a lot of noise will just get shut off. And a presence booster takes the mid-range and it elevates the EQ so that it puts the sound of your voice in front of any background music or things like that. That is a really short explanation. We go to Discord and I'll walk you through the whole thing. Oh, and you asked this question, what does EQ mean? Wow, that was a hard one because this came up for me 3 times this week. And it's so funny because I ain't gonna lie, I've always been kind of kicking and screaming about this. But you never know what your audience doesn't know, that we make assumptions that everybody knows. I assume, me, Doc Rock, this dude here, assume everybody that grew up being somewhere between the ages of say 7 and 21 during the 80s, you know exactly what an EQ is because every car had one, right? Every house had that box with all of the sliders on it on the home stereo. But either Tati is way younger than I thought or she just never had that experience. So, you know, the assumption of like what an EQ is, to me, it's a fantastic question, but it's just one of those things that I always thought that everybody just knew what it was because it was a large portion of our life back in the day. So let's go here and pull up the equalizer. I'm not going to play any illegal Apple Music, but maybe I have some Doc voice I could play. Do I have some of my voice I can play? I know I do. Someplace where it's just my voice. Okay. That's not working. I normally throw these things away when I'm done with them, so that's why I don't have anything. Here, let's just throw the flow on here. This will work. Wait. Okay. Oh, I know why, because it's coming through the Rodecaster. Hold on. Let me stop this. I'm gonna lower it a little bit. So, right now you're listening to the flow through the Rodecaster. Let me put my headphones back in so I can hear. That's why I was looking kind of goofy. All right. So, Tati, I want you to listen to Luis talking. Now watch what I do with the bass. And you should hear that change, right? And then if I go like this, you should hear that change. Oh, there we go. You see how, so we kill some high range, boost the voices a little bit. And then now it sounds different. There you go. So that's what the equalizer does. It basically takes the frequencies of whatever you listen to and allow you to adjust them in a manner that matches your speakers or the other speaker, the other talker. Not the speaker, at first I mean boom, 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 and the other one speaker meaning talk. So like I have a very bassy voice and you do not. So if I'm a sound engineer and we're on the same podcast, I'm gonna peel some of the bass out of my voice and add some bass to your voice to get us closer together. There you go. That was a rudimentary EQ. Just bass and treble is a rudimentary EQ. So yeah, you're there. This is true, Paul. This is true. So do I, except for when my knees start hurting. Yep. We should try to make the back of the trunk go like that. Yes. Somebody broke the road site. No, they must be getting ready to release the whole thing. Oh, there this guy shows up. I figured it out. It was just a matter of routing. I told you it's always a matter of routing. You just got to look at your situation. And, well, I heard it. It came through the roadcaster. Oh, I know why you guys couldn't hear it. Oh, my God, so dumb. Anyway, well, that's basically, just play with it. You'll figure it out. Over here, I'm using this. I'm not using the roadcaster. Hello? See, habits. Hard habit to break. Always using the roadcaster. I'm using this. Of course, that doesn't work. Silly. 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 That's what happens when you change up your routine. It messes things up. Anyway, I think we did a pretty decent job today. If you want, for about the next 15 minutes or so, pop into the Ecamm Discord, come into the rec room, and then anything we need to go deeper on, we can go deeper on. We're supposed to do affiliate training in Discord today, and I don't really know if that's going to happen. So let's just pop into the family room. If you guys want to come in, I'll hang out for about 15 minutes. Let me show you what it looks like just in case. So this is the Discord. You come in here and make sure you start at the top. If you haven't, first time, where it says, why can't I see nothing? Because you have to accept the rules. So you click this post, you come in here, and you click the green checkbox to accept the rules. Once you accept the rules, all of this rest of this stuff will pop out. Then the next thing you should do, you don't have to, but you should do, is you come in here and you go to roles, right? Under roles, you have beta, you click the fish if you want to see that. Affiliates, you click the money bags if you want to see that. If you're a producer like Luis, you press the clapboard. If you're a podcaster, press the mic. Now you can press more than one, by the way. Just want to make sure you know that. If you want to see all the presenter stuff, you click on the little speaker guy, click. If you're a live streamer, click on the Ecamm logo. If you like ghost stories, no. So you can click on other things if you want. They're up to you. But clicking these will help you see more prominently other sections of the old Ecamm. So all you gotta do, pop in the rec room and then click on this. Bam, you're good to go. It says Ecamm Live Virtual Camera for me. You might not see that. Don't worry about that. I'm not gonna explain that right here. And then now we're panicking at the Discord. Turn the volume down so it doesn't make noise. That's it. So yeah, I'm gonna be hanging on the Discord for the next little few. If you want to come through, come through. Boom. That's it. Next week, Friday, we'll do it again. We'll talk about more crazy stuff. And then, yeah, I appreciate you guys. It's been fun. Been fun. Any last minute questions before I go? And this is why you should not switch your Rodecaster Pro to this DJI thing. I'm going to put it back before I mess myself up later. Rodecaster Pro. Hello there. Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. All right, take this off. See, I'm telling you, this thing is magic, magic. This is really cool. I did this today because Anna and Fulgens were thinking about doing the They're going to get the Rode Wireless Go's, which are fantastic. But for what they do and they're moving around and their level of setup, I know that they would be better off with the DJI. So that's why I did this demo today using the DJI instead of my standard issue S7B, which is the bee's knees Hall of Fame, as Diana Gladney would tell you. And it comes in a cute little case. All right, family. Thank you, David. Good to see you here. Aubrey, I see you in the chat. All right, I'm going to slide over to Discord. Let me play this out. Peace out. A-Town Stump. Choo.